Verdict may be in, but the legal fight, that's not over. Before Larry Millete gets sentenced, his defense attorneys do still have some legal options, including post-trial motions that could challenge this conviction.
And after sentencing, the case is expected to head into what could be a years-long appeals process. News 8's Kelly Hustedall joins us live from the South Bay Courthouse. Kelly, you've been on this trial since the very beginning here. You spoke to a retired judge for some insight on what happens next here.
That's right. You know, this was a really interesting conversation. So first off, we don't know exactly what the defense plans to do. They didn't comment yesterday. We reached out today. So far, we haven't heard back. So we don't know exactly what they're going to do next. But typically, in a case like this, the attorneys will file an appeal. Now, it's also possible they could file some motions even before we get to sentencing. And that includes a potential motion of asking for a new trial.
The defense has the right and opportunity to file motions before sentencing. The most frequent motion would be a motion for new trial. The grounds can be varied. There could be an argument of juror misconduct if the defense uncovered anything like that. Prosecutorial misconduct could be raised, legal error by the judge, any issues relating to jury instructions, newly discovered evidence. In a case like this with a first-degree murder verdict, but no body, an argument could be raised perhaps of insufficient evidence to support the finding of premeditation and deliberation.
And retired Judge Laura Halgren spent more than 20 years on the bench in San Diego County Superior Court. And again, she says the legal road is far from over. Now, a sentencing date for Larry Millete has not yet been set. Typically, though, it must be held 28 days after a verdict is reached. But during this time, a lot is still happening. The defense will likely still be submitting more filings to the court. And because it's a first-degree murder conviction, the sentence is 25 years to life.
The sentence is mandatory. The information that's presented by the defense is probably more significant down the road for the prison in deciding where he should be placed, and then later evaluating a parole or down the road another motion or another habeas motion, for example.
And she says you have to consider that laws change all the time. So the defense attorneys are very aware of this. They're looking at the big picture of this. They want to make sure everything is on the record just in case a law were to change that could affect this case sometime in the future. So Millete, he's due back in court on July 20th on that weapons charge. We are expecting to hear what the sentencing date will be during that hearing. So we will be there for that hearing, and we will certainly keep you guys posted.